Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday from the Toybox edition. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe. Let's get into it! Let's take a look at the figure and accessories in alt mode. And first up, we have the handy dandy instruction manual, ages 8 and up, this, some other stuff, Siege, a nice illustration of the character. And on the inside, hey, you can do this. This is how you transform it, with nice clear illustrations that are easy to follow. And it shows some other stuff that you can use with the figure. So that's the handy dandy instructions. Next up, we have his missile launcher. It's got a tab here and a post here and a port here and a port here. And it does have, you know, a few nice molded details in there, not real detailed. And then we have this piece, which can also be used as a gun, but I prefer to use it as a missile, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. It's got a post here, and then, you know, blast effect might fit on there. Probably will. So there's that. You can see there's some molded details in there, lots of waffling. And basically you just plug those two together like so. And that's his shoulder mounted missile launcher, or he can hold it in his hand, whichever you prefer. Now here is the alt mode itself, and you know, it's kind of a mix between Cybertronian and Earth vehicles, honestly. Because really, why do they need a vehicle like this on Cybertron, other than it looks cool? I'm the coolest looking guy. So it's got some nice silver paint apps for the wheels. And, you know, I'm not going to fuss too much about the translucent piece on here, because it doesn't really look like a windshield because of all the mechanical looking components there behind it. I know some people who did. There's a nice Autobot tampo there. Couple of paint apps for the headlights, and nice styling and detail up here and on the sides as well. I mean, just lots of detail in there. And then on the back side, you know, still pretty cool looking, pretty slick. And then, you know, we got some visible knees going on here at the back. And then for the most part, the bottom is pretty clean. And then if it's something that you want to do, this port on the top, you can post the weapon there. You can take it apart and put them on the sides here, because there's ports there. So there you have it, my friends. That's a look at the figure in his alt mode and his accessories. It's time for alt mode comparisons. And here we have the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe with the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Hound and the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Mirage. For our final set of alt mode comparisons, here we have the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe class Sideswipe with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee and the Amazon exclusive Transformers Generation Selects War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise Leader class Alternate Universe Optimus Prime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comedy portion of our show where I attempt to transform this Transformer. And first thing I like to do is let's remove that. We'll set it off out of the way. Let's flip these up. Like so. Then open these panels, maybe. There we go. It really didn't want to do it, did it? Nope. So once you have all that done, you can flip these parts out. Like so. And then these pieces will push, well, they're supposed to push the feet forward when they go in. Like that, and you flip the feet out, then you close these panels up and separate the legs. Now let's see, you flip the arms out, and let's go ahead and raise those up. We can flip these panels in. And the hands are flipped in somewhat, so we'll go ahead and flip those out. This piece right here, let's flip that out. Then we can move this down here. And there we have it, my friends. Except I didn't finish it, did I? Gotta spin that waist around so that the feet are pointed forward. And there you have it, my friends. Sideswipe. All transformed. Let's take a look at the figure in his robot mode. And most everything that we said earlier in the alt mode holds true. Let's raise the camera up a little bit. And we can see his face now real good. You can see some blue in there for the eyes and some silver for the face. I have to say, it looks pretty good. Even with the shadow of the brow there, you can still see those blue eyes in there. Again, the tampo and the headlights. On the waist here, we've got some weathering, which Siege is kind of known for, and then we've got some down here as well. And then some nice paint apps on the feet, and again, some weathering going on there. And of course, I'm bumping the camera because what's a Digital Caveman Presents review without a little camera bumping? And on the back, you know, pretty much everything we talked about in vehicle mode. You can see these parts of the arms are molded in this color plastic while this is in the red. And then the hands are in black. Same with the legs here. Excuse me. So let's talk about his articulation a little bit. So he looks up that high. He looks forward that far. He doesn't really have any chicken neck. He's got some waggle. He can do the full exorcist. 360 degrees of rotation at the arm or at the shoulder. And then he can raise his arm up just about 90 degrees. There's a cut here where this part and the arm, or this part and this part of the arm meet. It's on a mushroom peg, 360 degrees worth of rotation. Single hinge at the elbow, and it gives you approximately a 90-degree bend. Due to transformation, the wrist does not have any rotation, but it will go in and out. So there is that. At the waist, 360 degrees worth of rotation. At the hips, he gives you the full splits. He can kick forward that far, so wow, that's really good. And back about, maybe a little bit better than 90 degrees. And he does have a mushroom peg here at the thigh. And if you work with it, it will go 360 degrees. And I don't know, something there don't feel right. So anyway, it may or may not. Alright, give me a minute to fix this. Alright, and we're back. So it does have rotation there. I don't recommend going all the way around with it though. At the knee, it does have a single hinge, and it gives you approximately a 90-degree bend. No toe tilt really, but he does have that much rocker. And as far as his weapon goes, you can see he's got two slots right here, and that's where this tab comes in. And the tabs in like this. You can do it on either side. It makes more sense on this side because of this post right here. But you can also, if you want him to, you can split it apart and he's got two guns, or he's throwing a missile, or, you know, whatever strikes your fancy. Well, there you have it, my friends. A look at Sideswipe in his robot mode. It's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, robot mode comparisons. And here we have the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe with the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Mirage and the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Hound. For our last set of robot mode comparisons, here we have the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee and the Walmart exclusive Netflix War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime. For final thoughts on the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe, I have to say, I think this is probably one, if not the best engineered Deluxe Class in, at least in Siege. It was so great they used it a bunch of times as different characters. And, you know, that's okay, because that was, you know, that was the thing with Transformers. Repaints, and reuse. And it still holds true today. And if it works, it works. And, you know, for Transformers, it works, because how many Seekers do you have, and how many Seekers do you need? And that kind of holds true with all the guys that they made off of the Sideswipe mold here, too, including a G2 Sideswipe that they managed to fit into the line as part of an Amazon exclusive 2-pack, I think. One that I passed on. I had no interest in a G2 Sideswipe. And I have to say, you know, this is not the Earth mode version that I wanted, but it's close. It's almost there. And it will fill in my display nicely until I can get an Earth mode Sideswipe. Because I need Earth mode Sideswipe, Mirage, and Hound, all of which come in multi-packs with stuff I either already have or didn't want, or both. Because like the Mirage, the Earth mode Mirage, and the Earth mode Sideswipe, I do believe were Amazon exclusives during Kingdom, packed with Beast Wars, minor Beast Wars characters that I just had no interest in getting, and paying all that money for, you know, basically a character I didn't want to get a character that I wanted. And, you know, I know a lot of people did. I was just not one of them. So hopefully at some point in the future, the Earth mode versions of Sideswipe, Hound, and Mirage will be offered individually or part of a 3-pack with each other. Wouldn't that be great to get them all in one fell swoop and fill those holes in my collection? Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future, you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.